Hey there, it's Ruth Sherman, CEO and celebrity speech and media coach, but you don't have to be famous to work with me, and I am also the author of the new book, Speakrits, which you can buy anywhere books are sold. The Pope was in town last week, and of course there was great anticipation for his visit, as there is with every Pope, but Francis seemed to have something special going on. From the minute he began his papacy, he seemed far more inclusive than his predecessors. His manner bespoke humility. He chose to live in a smaller and less ostentatious residence in the Vatican. His words were crafted to convey non-judgment. And I will say that these crafted and deliberate messages were intended to confirm that this Pope was different, new, with fresh ideas about how to treat the marginalized and how to be up to date with what is now society. And then poof, like magic, gone with one depressing misstep. The Pope's error to me, and people like me, was as surprising as it was obtuse. After all the fanfare, the tremendous goodwill it had engendered, he decided to meet secretly with Kim Davis, the Kentucky county clerk who's been in the news because she's refused to issue marriage licenses to same-sex couples, which is a violation of federal law. That she's a polarizing figure is beyond dispute. Now look, the church's views on homosexuality are not going to change anytime soon, and it really wasn't his choice of Davis to meet with that presented the biggest problem, but that he did so in secret and then waited until he was gone for it to become public knowledge so he could evade any backlash. Make no mistake, the release of this information in this way was planned. He had to have exacted promises and agreements from Kim Davis and her representatives to hold off until a specific date and time. This Pope, with every public movement scheduled and documented, cannot credibly say otherwise. And with that revelation, his entire brilliant message and style, welcomed by Catholics and non-Catholics alike, was significantly weakened and perhaps irrevocably diminished. No longer could people look at this leader of one of the world's great religions in the same way. No longer could he be viewed as a unique and refreshing moral arbiter. No longer was he speaking truth to power. He ran from the truth and threw his power away in the process. The lesson here is to choose your symbols carefully. But if you do happen to choose one that's controversial, which I'm not against, don't run away from the controversy. If you want to learn more about how to communicate and be consistent and not get into these kinds of problems, hop on over to ruthsherman.com and subscribe and download your free training videos. And also, please hit subscribe here.